Hi everybody, this is Doug Brennicke. On today's installment, let's talk about income stability. Now this is a very important thing for the underwriter when they consider the loan request for the borrower. The important thing for them to know is that not only do you have some sense of employment stability, where you've been in the same job for a period of time, or that you've been self-employed for a long enough period of time to feel like you're in a career path that makes sense. But beyond that, they want to know that your income is also stable. Many times we find people that are wage or salary people, but they may also have commission income that they've been relying upon. And commission income for a lot of people can go high one year and low the next. And so the underwriter wants to know how much of your income in that particular situation is guaranteed as either salary or wages, and how much of it is variable in the form of things like commission income. If the income is bouncing around a fair amount, they're probably going to average out over a couple years to take out the peaks and valleys of the income flow. Now, where we especially see income stability situations is on self-employed people. It's not uncommon for a business to really have a really good year one year and maybe a not so good year the next. And sometimes this is strategized by them for tax purposes, that maybe they're going to try to keep their earnings low to keep their tax liability to a minimum. And other years, they know that they're going to have a really good year and they have to get all of that net income in. And they're going to have to end up paying the price for taxes, but they try to juggle it in a way to keep their tax liability the lowest. Again, the underwriter is going to be taking a look at that and probably average it so they get a better sense of what could be considered consistent for that particular business and borrower. The other place that income stability comes into play is when people bounce around between jobs or take on new additional, I'll call them moonlighting type jobs, where maybe it's a second job for them. Unless they have a couple-year history of being involved in a second job and having a lifestyle in a sense that supports that, because not a lot of people want to spend 40 hours at one job and then another 20 or 30 or 40 at a second job and do that for a long period of time. Until that's proven for the file that that's consistent with the borrower's lifestyle and that they've been committed to it, the underwriters typically won't give a lot of credence to that income as being stable for qualifying purposes. They definitely don't want to have a situation where the borrower goes out and gets a job for a few months, starts earning extra money, they represent that on their application as being available to them on an ongoing basis, and then as soon as they get the house, they realize they have new responsibilities to the home. That second job ends up being a little bit too much. They end up quitting, and then they have different financial difficulties that weren't being planned on when the underwriter was taking a look at the file initially. So income stability is a real big item, and it's important that we prove for the file just how stable the income is, whether it be commission earnings or additional jobs or any of those kinds of things. So keep that in mind if you're relying on that as a source of income for qualifying, that we do have to prove our case. So I hope that helps for now, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.